Hey, this is Wilson. As always, I'm joined by two of my three prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray and Jason Big Mitch Mitchell. Um, Galvez is not with us tonight. Tried to get in contact with him tonight, and he didn't pick up the phone. So I don't know, but hopefully he'll be back with us on Monday. Um, and first of all, I want to apologize. It's Thursday night as we're recording this. And I want to apologize for not. I stopped being with you on Monday. That was a Lakers. That was the night the Lakers won Game 4, I think. And I don't know. We just couldn't get it together. I guess there was too much celebrating going on. so, but we're back. We're here now. A few days late, but better late than never. And
It was a parade inside my city.
it was a parade inside Mitch's city involving, I think, alcoholic beverages. But
A little bit.
yeah, but like I said, better late than never. Um, the Lakers play tomorrow, and they'll look to close out the series against the Grizzlies in Game 6 at the Staples Center. Um, Game 5 was yesterday on Wednesday, and the Lakers in the third quarter, I think they even took a 1 point lead, and the Grizzlies went on a run. And
19-2 run to end the third quarter.
right, and then in the fourth quarter, Lakers kind of stayed in it, but not
It
really.
was over.
Right,
It was over after that stretch.
right.
It
So
a flurry of shots.
right, so we're gonna get into that, and then we're gonna get into so the NFL. The first day of the NFL draft was today. First round just ended not too long ago. Um, and so we'll talk a little bit about that maybe, and we'll talk about Lamar Jackson. Maybe say a few brief words about him becoming the highest, surpassing now Jalen Hurts already as the highest paid quarterback in
That's
NFL
how.
history.
That's how
Hmm?
it be.
Yeah, just like that. And but we're going to start with, like every week these days, just a few quick prize picks selections. Um, I want to start off by saying, so I follow a couple guys on Twitter who they talk about C Matt Downs and I think Furnace Picks, Kinematics is another one, and they talk about positive EV betting, right? And I just would always hear them talk about it, and they would always that would be their method, for betting, for making their picks. But then I actually decided, I think it might have been this week, or maybe last week. I decided to give it a shot myself, and I've had a lot of success, or a lot more success than I was having since I started using that method. So basically, there's an app. All you have to do is go on the App Store if you have an iPhone, type in Prize Picks Optimizer. And there'll be an app there with a black background and a big green positive EV as the logo. And you download that app, and all you have to do is look at the they have a tab there for pick'ems, and they have, so basically you have a green, a circle that's green. That's for the ones that have a positive expected. EV stands for expected value, I think. And so if it's green, that's a good play, and I play all those. Orange is that's like in the middle, and then red is negative value. So I play all the green ones, and also they have a tab for player props where they go. I go through, furnace picks where his furnace model. He says, if it's that's where I take it. Is basically if it's they'll give us a percentage on this app, and it's a 60. If it's a 60, if it has a 60%, the bet has a 60%, or the prop has a 60% chance of hitting. To me, that's a good bet. I like to do 62%. Just to be safe, even safer than that. But today I went like last I checked, it was like that. That method got I was like 12 out of 13 on my individual picks. So yeah, it was a really. It's not like that every day. I had a couple days ago. I had a rough day, But if you kind of narrow in, man, there is a way, as C. Matt Down says, there is a way to make to make a profit, long term, and that's the most effective way to do it, I would say. So, but I got all these plays straight from this app I'm talking about, and so for tomorrow, um, my plays are. I'll play more plays than this, but like I said, you got to go on the app and find. But just for this segment, the plays I found, because they don't have the board up for tomorrow's plays on this app I'm talking about, but they do. So I found these plays in the player prop section. So I like for tomorrow, De'Aaron Fox under 2.5 threes. Of course, the Warriors look to close out Sacramento in Game 6.
Broken finger makes sense.
But he didn't play like he had a broken finger in Game 5. But the thing about it is, these guys, they're ebbs and flows, right? So Kevon Lewis,
hand too.
What was that?
So it's also on a shooting hand too.
All right, but like I said, he didn't play like he didn't play like that in Game 5. Like there was anything wrong with his hand. But so then the other one, so De'Aaron Fox under 2.5 threes, Kevon Looney under 16.5 rebounds and assists. Now he had like 20 something rebounds yesterday alone. But that's once again, it's called regression to the mean, right?
Yeah,
he's a rebounder though. So
yeah, he is. But and he's been rebounding like hell in his playoffs and all season long. But
16.5 though.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
And then finally, I have Anthony Davis, 4.5 block steals under. Now that hit on yesterday, and I made a mistake because I actually accidentally played it over when the app said the play was to play it under, and of course he went under. So that was a couple dollars that I could have kept that I lost. For the record, I stopped playing PrizePicks momentarily just because I was losing so much money. PrizePicks has a minimum bet of $5. So, and I was losing so much money, I went back to Underdog because the Underdog lets you do $1 minimum bets. And so I was trying to get my confidence back up to eventually, because really, PrizePicks is really like the big league, right? And Underdog is more. It's kind of like I look at it like kind of like a starter app. You can make $1 bets, and I was dying making $1 bets before when I first started, and then I went to PrizePicks and it didn't get much better. I thought it was getting better, and then it didn't. Then I went back to now I'm back on Underdog trying to get my confidence back up again, making $1 bets. But like I said, it's been going better. Since I started using this app, it gives you a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a guideline. So once again, my picks for tomorrow: De'Aaron Fox under 2.5 threes, Kevon Looney under 16.5 rebounds and assists, and Anthony Davis under 4.5 blocks plus steals. Also, I didn't see this. Dennis Schroeder. They have another one. Dennis Schroeder under 6.5 points. But I almost didn't say that because his prop was not on PrizePicks when I looked at prop.
It's not
but if you see it tomorrow, Dennis Schroeder under 6.5 points. But at the same time, I'm
hurting yourself taking the under on AD though.
Well, he just went under last game.
That's last game though.
Yeah, I know he probably go under this time. That'll just be because I accidentally messed up, played it over last time. This time I played under and he'll go over probably. But again, this is the night before. So, and this is like it's always fluctuating. So as more bets come in, and the odds change, this could all change. But as of tonight, Thursday night, before the next day's games, these are the picks I have for Friday. All right, Mitch.
Just looked at it kind of briefly. Something I like is they got Rui at 9.5 points. I would low-key take the over just because I expect the Lakers to win. I expect Rui to be a big part of it. So I'd take Rui Hachimura over 9.5 points. And then some plays that I played the other day that hit that I feel good about again for tomorrow. Klay Thompson over 1.5 turnovers. And then Domantas Sabonis over 1.5 blocks and steals.
So repeat those ones. Rui over 9.5
Rui
points.
over 9.5 points. Sabonis over 1.5 blocks and steals. Klay Thompson over 1.5 turnovers.
Okay. Perfection.
You said over? Why over?
Because the Warriors love to turn it over.
Okay.
You got anything? You got any picks, Shane?
Had a chance to look at it. I do have the app now, but I'm gonna go over on AD's blocks and steals.
You know it's at 4.5, right?
Oh, well, you can't say I'll keep it the same. So I don't think he's gonna go under. So I'll take the over.
He just went under last game.
But that's last game though. He's leading the playoffs in block shots. So I agree with you on Roy. I think he's gonna go over, depending on Darvin giving his necessary playing time.
I'm gonna go ahead and already just lock in Rui. I'm gonna go ahead and just lock in those three low key. Might as well.
I'm actually gonna go a little over on De'Aaron Fox's 3-pointers. I feel like he's gonna find a way through the pain and make some tough shots. And you said Klay Thompson's turnovers is where?
1.5.
I'm gonna go under on that.
It's wild that you go under without looking, but without any facts at all. Crazy.
Actually, just knowing his game, I don't.
If you knew the Warriors game, you know they turn it
Not
over.
the Warriors, his game.
Yeah, he's part of the Warriors. He'd be turning it over.
I mean,
Game one is
if you had told me that was
game one is the only game he went under. Since then, he's got 2, 2, 2. Last night he had 4 turnovers.
okay, 4 was an outliner, 2 is not bad. So,
Huh?
I said 4 was an outliner and 2 is not bad.
It's not bad, but 2 is over. Like, what do you mean?
If we were talking about Steph, I would go over. But Klay, I'm gonna go. He don't handle the ball that much.
Bruh, he just said he went over 4 straight games.
What do you mean? What's wrong with this guy?
I mean, you can't. I mean, I can't say stay the same, and I don't see him going over two. Even though he's had a couple of turnovers in each game, like you said, I don't see him.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers is over. Like if he has,
I know. I said I don't see him doing that again, even though he's had a trend. I don't see him keeping up that trend.
So
what makes you think he won't?
He don't handle the ball that much.
But he just did it 4 straight times.
Why do you see that not hitting, but you see, okay, well, AD, like you'll follow the AD trend though. I'll give you that AD has hit over in 4 of the 5
his
games.
mindset right now is more focused on defense instead of offense right now. Even though Laker fans want him to bring up his offense, he's more focused on dominating on defense, and it shows.
Man, that's pretty wild. So now for sure I'm going Klay Thompson on the turnovers. Thank you.
Okay.
That's my lock for the week for sure now.
All right. Do you?
Okay, so
go ahead. Everybody go ahead and lock it in. Shane Murray said there's no way. So
okay, do you?
You know to go the other way. Last time you won me a lot of money for for picking against me. So I love it. I love to see it, honestly. I'm actually about to lock that in right now.
Whatever you say.
I'm gonna put 25 on it.
All right.
Rui, you better not fuck me, Rui.
I say if he get his playing time, he'll be good.
I'm actually scared of Rui a little bit. I might just put 50 on Clay and Sabonis.
All right. So that's the official weekly prize picks segment. Um, damn, I feel like I forgot to mention Jerry Springer died. Um, I think we'll get back to that at the. I should have said that at the very beginning, but I think we'll get back to that at the end. Our favorite Jerry Springer uh, memories. Um, and then okay, so but let's see. Okay, so Lakers, yeah. Um, like I said, lost game 5. But now they have a chance to close it out in game 6. I would say at this point through 5 games, it does feel like the Lakers probably just maybe have a little bit too much for the Grizzlies. But you just never know, man. It's game to game, bruh.
Here you go
Like,
panicking.
look, man, Milwaukee. We'll talk about Milwaukee in a second. What happened with them? My goodness gracious, bruh.
Listen,
Continuity.
I got
Huh?
stuff to say. I got stuff to say about
Continuity.
Giannis' comments. So
Okay, but before we get to that, I know Mitch said he wanted to discuss. What was the thing you said? It was what is one piece of advice you would give Darvin Ham for tomorrow's game, right?
yeah,
And I guess I'll let you go because you're the one who wanted to discuss that.
I mean, there's a lot of things. I would
A lot of things you would give Darvin.
needs a lot of advice at this right now. Maybe not a lot of advice. I mean, we have 3-2, but um, if I could give Darvin Ham one piece of advice at the top of the list, I would say adjust to the flow of the game. Basically, meaning that it feels like he has a substitution script, and it's like he's like, oh wait, according to the script, I got to take him out right now. I got to put so and so in right now according to the script, and he's not playing the game. Um, Good example. We were down 1 on a very good. We were on a very good run in the third quarter. All of a sudden, he takes out AD, who had been killing it, protecting the rim for us, and basically attracting attention and helping the team get buckets. And Darvin takes him out. It's not a coincidence that as soon as Darvin takes out AD, kills the momentum, the Grizzlies in the third quarter on a 19-2 run. It's not a coincidence. It literally happened because he took AD out, killed our momentum, killed our chance to close it out, LeBron to get some rest. So yeah, I would say to, just you don't always have to stick to the script, Darvin. Just play the flow of the game, please. Lord have mercy. Also, I mean, honorable mention advice: shorten the rotation for the love of everything. For the love of everything purple and gold, please shorten the rotation. My goodness.
So who needs?
Troy Brown is useless out there right now. You already know what it is. You already know
He-
this. This is the Troy Brown hater household. It's official now.
I don't.
What do you got to say? What's he doing out there except running around getting his cardio in?
I'm gonna piggyback
Is he
off
wearing
that.
Is Troy Brown Jr. out there wearing his Apple Watch? Because I feel like he's only out there just trying to get his 600 points for the day.
You just hit on what my advice was gonna be.
Sit down, Troy Brown. Good.
Well, as part of it, but I'm gonna say it like this: trust your bench.
No.
Now, I believe. I'm not saying you should expand the rotation. I said fine, keep it 8 rotation. Although I wouldn't do it, but fine, keep it 8-man rotation, but alternate Troy Brown and Beasley.
No.
And give some minutes to Lonnie.
No.
And try Max Christie in some minutes.
Oh hell no!
What you mean hell no?
He's trying to put Max Christie in there.
No.
Way went to do that.
Like trust your bench, dude. Like
Shame, please
you ain't giving no minutes to Mo Bamba.
No.
You ain't giving no minutes to Mo Bamba.
It seemed like you wanted to expand the rotation. You just said
that's exactly what you're saying.
I said shorten it, but you can keep the same 8-man rotation, but find some other minutes for
No,
Beasley and Troy
no,
Brown. You don't
not at all.
need to put him in rotation. You can
No,
replace him with some Lonnie.
no.
What you mean no?
I mean, no.
Dog.
The
Most of the Laker
four,
fans are asking for Lonnie.
hold on. The 4 people that need to come off the bench: Rui, Schroeder, Lonnie, Mo Bamba.
I
That's
just
it.
said Lonnie.
I know. I'm agreeing.
But he's saying, but
You said
Shane is
But
saying
I'm saying Troy Brown Jr.,
does not need to get
Malik
up off the
Beasley,
bench.
it's time to have a seat and be a cheerleader.
that's fine, but Beasley got to go too.
I just said they need to sit down. I said the only 4 people that need to take their warm up off tomorrow: Bamba, Lonnie, Schroeder, Rui.
And I just wish that he had been
That's
playing.
fine, but you need another wing out there. Schroeder
No,
can't play no wing spot.
I wish that he had been playing Lonnie this whole time. So instead of having to, possibly go to him when he had, he put him in like the last 4 minutes.
right?
Man, what
What
was
is that?
that?
What
Yeah,
is
I didn't
that?
like that either.
He should have been playing the whole. He's better than Beasley. I get Beasley as like a spot up shooter, but he's definitely better than Troy Brown Lonnie.
Easily.
And he
And
like I said,
you
he's a 3.
knocking him, but in his minutes, he's played. The Max Christie has played better than Troy Brown.
Just forget about Max
Knocking him.
Christie, please.
You knocking him.
Forget about Max Christie.
Yeah.
What
Just
is your
forget
beef with Max Christie, dude?
It's not happening.
What is your
He's a
love affair with
rookie.
Max Christie?
He plays solid. He one of the best defenders on the team. He showed he's
You
not
think
afraid
he's
of
one of the best defenders on the team?
Yes, he's one of
He's
the best
not
wingers.
even top 5 defenders on this team.
What?
He's not a top 5 defender on this team.
You tripping, dog? You just knocking him because you're a rookie. That's it. That's
Shame,
all.
Murray.
That's all you're doing right.
Who are the
That's all
top
you're doing
5
right. You're
defenders?
knocking him because
Who are the top 5 defenders on this team?
AD
Okay.
top 5. AD. I'll put Schroeder in.
There you go.
I'll put Schroeder in.
Uh-huh.
I'll, even though he's not consistent, I'll put Troy Brown in there. Make it quiet.
Because this is a Troy Brown hater household. I'm just going to be like, Troy Brown,
All
trash.
right. I'll definitely put Max 4, then 5 is a toss-up.
Between who?
I would say Bron or Austin. Whenever they want to play defense.
So let's hear that top 5 defensive players again on the team, Shane.
AD,
That's
Schroeder,
obvious. Fairly
Troy
obvious.
Brown, Max, then toss up between AD Bron or Austin.
Troy Brown
Trash.
and Max Christie. How can you say Max Christie? Max Christie doesn't even play. How can you say he's a top 5 defender on the team?
Dude,
in what game tape have you seen? He doesn't play, Shane.
That's the problem. You don't watch the full game. You didn't watch him until they started winning. You even admitted that. So you haven't seen full minutes of Max Christie when he played.
When does he play? When has he played?
He played early in the season, and when he played, he was knocking down shots, and he was playing solid D.
How many games?
Fans are calling for.
How many games?
He's sleeping.
How many games?
Huh?
Why is your screen frozen?
Because he was talking too much nonsense, probably.
No, y'all just on that hater shit.
Why do I have to hate on Max? Here we go.
You've been hating on him since the season started.
Here we go.
Oh God, please don't put in Max Christie. Well, what has he done to make you say don't put him in?
Yes. He's a rookie.
Rookies play better than veterans sometimes.
Gosh.
Shane, the audio is there's an echo. We hear an echo, brother. We're echoing.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Man, we mentioned oh my gosh, I can't stand this fool. You know who? You know who's missing from his top 5 defenders on the team, right?
Wait, let me see. Vanderbilt.
Yes.
Oh,
This
this guy.
he gonna say Max Christie.
Huh?
Get the fuck out of here.
He attaches himself to players who he sees some part of himself in them, and then
He needs to talk about somebody. He keeps projecting onto us.
yeah.
Stop projecting.
Shane, Mitch just said something that was true. Shane, don't you feel like you left somebody out of that top 5 defenders of the Lakers?
Who you talking about?
Think about it,
Think
Shane.
about it. Who'd you leave off? Top 5 defenders on this team.
I mean, you probably consider him top 5, but I don't just say the name.
Okay.
No,
you
said.
don't think Jared Vanderbilt is a top 5
Oh,
defender on this
shit.
team? Oh shit! Oh my gosh!
Well,
Yeah.
Shane, who did you?
Yeah.
Who would,
Oh,
when you,
no.
you? So you didn't know who he was talking about, or did you?
Rewind. So
Yeah.
I've
Like
got
I said, Max Christie is not a top 5 defender on this team.
AD, Vanderbilt, Troy, AD, Vanderbilt, Troy, Max, and your toss up of Brian or Austin. Schroeder. I forgot about Schroeder. Rewind.
Stop
80,
trying to put Christie in the picture
80,
here.
Vanderbilt, Schroeder, Troy, Max.
Defenders on this damn team. First of all, I think Rui.
You just knock him because he's a rookie. He's
No.
shown he can play. You just not going. You just trying to save him for next year because he's only 19.
Shane loves underdogs.
He has. I'll give you this. During his stretch of playing, he had some solid okay minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Admit that. You don't want to give him no credit.
But this is the
Why
playoffs.
are you so mad, Shane?
But this is the playoffs. Solid and okay is not good enough. Why do you think
It's better than trash than Troy Brown and Beasley?
Why do you think Troy Brown is not playing well? Because solid okay is not good in the playoffs.
No, because he's just not playing. He not even playing solid okay ball.
That's because that's all the solid okay is like his ceiling. So solid and okay.
Dude, you realize Troy Brown barely 26 years old?
What?
You realize Troy Brown barely 26 years old? Is that?
What does that mean?
So he can be better.
His ceiling is he still got room to grow as a player.
So how good? So what's your best case scenario for 26-year-old Troy Brown? How good could he be?
Lord help me.
I mean, that depends on if he stays. He hasn't had a team because he stayed longer than 2 years.
Why is that?
Because he's been on 1-year deals.
Why is
Dear
that?
Lord, please. Dear Lord, please give me the strength to deal with Shane with this nonsense.
Anthony, you love to call people trash. When the last time you played, dog?
In your name, I pray.
But Shane,
exactly.
if he's first of all 26, that's what year is Troy Brown in?
5th year.
Where did Troy Brown go to school? Did he go to?
Where did Troy Brown go to school?
Yeah.
Let's see. Man, you just wrong all over the place. Troy Brown is 23 years old.
23.
He's only 23?
That's what I'm saying.
How good could he be though, Shane? Like, give me a player comp for
He
Troy
went to
Brown.
Oregon. He went to Oregon.
A player comp?
He didn't play with Dylan Brooks at Oregon, did he?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
I mean, I can't think of his name right now. The dude we were trying to get at, but he got signed in Toronto and got injured for the season. He played with Golden State last year. Can't think of his name.
Precious?
Huh?
Precious?
No, he played with Golden State last year. Then he signed with Toronto as a free agent, but he got injured for the rest of the season. Got his name.
Who are you talking about?
I'm trying to think. I think he's light skinned, but he was one of Golden State's main wings.
How do you compare?
Everybody on Golden State lights.
I mean, not for real. He's one of Golden State's main wings last year, but he
Otto
signed
Porter?
with Toronto during free agency.
Otto Porter?
Yeah, there you go.
How do we get here?
That's
What are we talking about?
He's saying Troy Brown could be as good as Otto Porter. Like, bruh, damn, like Otto Porter is like Carmelo or something. Like, bruh, they're pretty much same speed already.
Oh, he not. Otto Porter was a 15 game scorer in Washington.
So you think Troy Brown can score 15 a game?
Maybe 12 to 15. Maybe let him grow.
I don't see it. I think Troy Brown is just about already what he is.
At 23.
What year is he in, Mitch?
It don't matter the year. He's 23.
So what?
You don't stop growing as a player at 23.
Everybody comes in the league young, so by the time you're 23,
That's not true. When did Brook Lopez start making threes?
Oh my gosh.
That's one example, Shane.
Are you comparing Troy Brown Jr. to Brook Lopez?
No, my point is, you saying that 20. You basically trying to say 23. You stop growing as a player. No, you don't.
But Brook Lopez's talent level is way above Troy Brown. My point is though, he was strictly a post player to about maybe 26. Their talent levels are different. Use somebody else.
It don't matter the talent.
It don't matter. You're saying Troy Brown Jr. is just as good as Brook Lopez was.
No, I'm saying you got time to evolve as a player.
Use somebody else.
You got time to evolve as a player.
You evolve as a player when your talent level, when you already have a certain talent level, and then you can raise that and adjust your game. That's what Brook Lopez did. Troy Brown is what he is. Just accept it.
He can still grow. He can still grow.
Could he? No. What he can do is be more consistent, but he'll always be what he is.
No, you knocking him right now, but he can still grow.
No, how he's gonna grow is being more consistent. That's how.
For the season he was consistent. For the season he was consistent.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Why did we get on here?
Statistically, he's one of the better 3-point shooters on the team statistically during the season.
Mitch, why did we get on here every week and have to argue with Shane Murray about some miscellaneous NBA player? Why we got to argue?
You call him miscellaneous, but again, when was the last time he played?
I haven't played in a while, Shane.
Exactly my point.
I don't have nothing to do with it. What if I never play? Who cares?
It does matter.
But why do we have to argue with you?
You telling somebody, you calling somebody trash, and you hardly play or don't play.
Hold on, you're calling Antho out for not playing in a while?
I've been playing.
Ducking me for months.
I ain't ducking nobody, homie.
You are ducking him.
I'm not ducking him.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Afraid.
No, I'm not. I ain't scared of nothing.
No wonder you like boxing so much. Always ducking me.
I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't ducking nobody.
I would like to tell
you the one that be I'm going on vacation. I'm with my girlfriend. I'm doing this.
This
I'm at LA Fitness. Pull up. Nigga, I don't go to LA Fitness.
Be sending us tweets and Bleacher Report notifications like we don't have Bleacher Report on our phones at like.
But yeah, you get mad like why you ain't sending me no Bleacher
on a Saturday. And he said, "Oh, well, I'm not awake. Then what the hell is you doing on your phone if you not awake? If you don't."
That's part of me getting up and checking my phone.
Ducking me.
Ain't nobody ducking you.
Stop ducking me.
I'm with my girl right now. I can't make it.
Come get this smoke. I'm at the gym.
God.
No, you at LA Fitness. I don't go to LA Fitness.
Six. I got a
guest pass. He told you
he
has a guest pass. He said that 1,000,000 times.
I don't go to LA Fitness. What I'm gonna do at LA Fitness?
He has a guest pass.
I got a guest pass, fool.
Come to 24. I don't go to LA Fitness.
That's an excuse, Shay.
Come to 24. Come to the park. I don't go to LA Fitness.
Why not?
LA Fitness is trash.
How so?
It's trash. I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it.
Why? What happened to LA Fitness?
It's trash.
What's trash about it? It's
You
just a
haven't even
gym.
been there.
I have been there
When?
a while ago.
So how do you know it's the same?
Cause I pass by it all the time.
He passed by.
Listen, brother, stop ducking me. I'm at the
Ain't nobody
gym.
duck you.
I'm at the
Number
gym.
24, I
I'm
come
at
to
the
the park.
gym during
I'm
the
not.
week.
You don't get to pick where you
6:30
playing.
6:30 a.m. See me during
Nigga,
the
I ain't
week.
getting up at no
8
6:30
a.m.
a.m.
on. That's because
Look,
you
that's
ducking
another
me.
problem. You're
That's
not
because
picking
you
the
ducking
time. You
me.
ain't picking. You ain't.
That's because you ducking me.
We coming to an agreement on the spot and the time. Yeah, you gonna say pull up at 6:30, Negro?
Yes, I do. I'm the champ. I make the rules.
I don't get up at 6:30 for nobody.
You literally get up at 6:30 for nonsense.
I get up at 6:30 for work for my dog. That's it.
I just said nonsense.
That's not nonsense.
Sounds like nonsense.
Work pay my mortgage.
You don't be working. You be sending us like
You
miscellaneous.
know, I do be working.
How
I
you
check
working? You
emails.
sending us tweets
I check.
and
I multitask. You should try it, dude. I multitask.
I multitask. If you got time enough to wake up and get on the Twitter machine and get on the gram, you got time enough to wake your ass up and stop ducking me.
Ain't nobody ducking you. You ain't got to have me
Man,
getting
you
up
look
at
like
6:30
you
a.m.
look like a newborn baby boy with your fresh shaven self. I don't know
Whatever,
what the
you
hell is
fake
wrong
ass
with you.
Omar Epps.
I don't know what the hell is wrong with you thinking you can shave. Is it
And
because
say,
I said that your beard couldn't connect? Is that why you shaved?
and Mitch, this man was dressed like Clipper Darrell on Sunday.
No, he wasn't.
Did you see that video that I made for him? He posted it with him. He was wearing
First off,
a blue shirt,
He was wearing a blue shirt.
he had on red,
it
white,
was
and
the
blue. That was
blue
his
shirt
outfit.
represented L.A., not the Clippers.
But it was
So,
Clippers colors.
Clippers
Man.
wear
you know,
blue.
no, it's not.
It was red.
Well,
Shit, it was a
And
red, white, blue
technically, it's
outfit.
American flag colors.
so you represent America?
No. I'm just saying that would technically be American flag colors, not Clipper colors.
But you were dressed like Clipper Darrell, though.
What you mean?
So I wear my blue shirt repping LA, La Cienega, Rodeo, blah blah blah, Black Beverly Hills. Check them out. They got some fly ass gear. And I wore some shorts. It was hot. No problem.
Had on the black Beverly Hills
I wore some
T-shirt
Jordan shorts. Jordan, that was red and white.
and the Jordans that Mike was wearing in '97. But I don't know the Jordans by number like you guys do. Which ones
I
were
don't
those?
know him. I don't know him by number either.
What the
Okay.
hell? Oh my gosh. Was he wearing 13s?
Which one's the Jordan wearing? It's the one I don't know, bro. You know, I don't know how to describe the Jordans. It's one of my favorite Jordans. I was like, I had them in the fourth grade. You know, so that was when they first came out. That would have been 90, like I said, 97, 98. But let me see. Okay, we gotta move on.
Okay,
Uh,
it is the 13s. It's the 13s.
that's
I
the
think.
13.
I'm pretty sure. That's what pulls up. Because the flu game was in 96, so it has to be the 13s.
Flu game was 97.
The flu game was 97? You sure it's not 96?
96 was Seattle. Flu game was 97 against Utah.
That was 98.
Of
No.
course you did.
But anyway, he had on white and blue Jordans.
Oh, 13s. 13s.
He had on white and blue Jordans, 13s, I guess. He had on some white Jordan shorts, and he had on that blue shirt. But it was a red, white, and blue outfit. He looked like
So
Clipper Darrell.
my favorite colors are red, black, and blue. I'm not gonna stop wearing them because the quote unquote the Clippers want to wear them. My colors first.
All right, let's.
They were your color first. So they became your colors first before the Clippers ever existed. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yep. I'm sticking to it, nigga. Fuck the Clippers.
Man, you my goodness. I ain't even gonna say what you are. You know what you are.
You know what you are too. So
Yeah,
bring it.
you champ. Where's your red nose at?
All right.
I'm surprised you're gonna be wearing big ass red shoes all the time.
we're not gonna get to the NFL. I don't think because we still have to say. Mitch said he wanted to say something about the freaking Bucks lost in 5 as the 1 seed to the 8 seed Miami Heat
Shout
without
out to
Tyler.
Miami.
Huh?
Shout out to Miami. I mean, my goodness,
Yeah.
that's
Jimmy buckets.
What a player.
Jimmy G buckets, man.
And
Jesus Christ.
Giannis, that was Giannis's. I mean, Giannis already had kind of one of those moments in the bubble with how he went out in the bubble. But just for him to come out last night in the closeout game at home, you realize
I
he
mean,
shot.
in fairness to him, he missed 2 games this series.
He missed basically 3 because in the first one he left after
Basically
the
three.
first quarter. So that obviously there's an asterisk there,
A
but
little bit, but
yeah, but they
you know,
lost the 2 games he came back. And for him to
true.
go out there last night, Mitch, he shot 10 for 23 from the free throw line and had 7 turnovers in a game they lost by 2 points in overtime. My goodness gracious, that's one that you're gonna have to, it's like it's gonna take some time to live it down. But the thing about it
Not
is,
really.
and yeah, and it's because the thing about it is
Well,
when he was giving that speech last night to that reporter that everybody was talking about. I found that it rang kind of true because it's just like I was thinking about Patrick Mahomes, right? So Mahomes came in, he lost an AFC Championship game. Next year he won the Super Bowl. Next year he lost the Super Bowl. Then remember against the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, not this past year, but the year before that, when they blew that lead at home, that was he threw that pick late. That was pretty bad. And in that moment, you look at it, you go, man,
I gotta
this
do
is
better.
yeah, this is really I mean, but that was just such a bad look, you know. But he comes back the next year and he wins the Super Bowl again. So it's like Giannis was kind of saying. You have to look at it. It's
In
like yeah,
totality.
things,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah, but you got it, and it's not until the end of the career that you have to look at the whole career and go, and then this moment that Giannis had yesterday and in this series when his career is over, it won't feel like how it feels right now.
No,
And
not
it's
at all.
like Magic had in '84 Tragic Johnson, and it's still. But if you look at Magic Johnson's whole career, it's like okay, that happened, but so what, right?
Right.
It's Magic Johnson. He's one of the greatest. Same thing with anybody. Tom Brady. They blew they lost those 2 Super Bowls to the Giants. They lost to Nick Foles, the backup quarterback. They blew the first one they lost to the Giants. That was a chance to go 18-0. They messed it up.
Mm.
The year before that, in '06, when they were up 21-3 against the Colts in the AFC Championship game. It's like like that's why Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan because he's the only guy who basically has like an unfadable career basically. But
Mhm.
everybody else is gonna have those type of moments that are embarrassing. But if you're great enough when you go back and you look at their career and the totality, as Mitch said, it's like okay, it doesn't really take away from what they accomplished. But yeah, Mitch, I'll let
Um,
you. Huh?
what moments do you find in Kobe's career that was embarrassing or fit that? He only
Losing
said
to the
Jordan.
Losing to the Pistons.
Yeah,
That wasn't his fault.
it was. Well, he played really poorly.
He realized that was the year of Colorado, right?
We're not gonna do this, Shane.
You know we don't talk about. Well, hey,
Why would
you
you
know,
do
you
that?
know
Why
we
would
don't
you
talk
go
about
there?
that. What is wrong
We
with you?
don't, but be real though. That he
Hey, we don't talk about that.
The thing about it though,
we ain't
Shane, is
gonna
that
talk. I'm just saying,
Shane he was good
Hey,
enough. He was good enough to get them to the finals, right? And
bro.
then
The only
once we
reason why they lost is because Horace Grant was injured and Karl Malone played on one leg. That's it.
But he shot like 39% or something like that in the series.
I would say we had the
Because
best.
they were easy to key in on them because they didn't have Horace Grant
We had the
and
best two. We had the
Karl
best two
Malone was
players in
playing
the
on one
series.
leg.
We should have won, and it literally just comes down to that.
All right. And so that's another example. Yeah. At that moment, we lose that series, then the team breaks up.
Team
A
breaks
lot,
up.
a lot of people thought, man, bro. I don't know if everybody remembers, but most people when they traded Shaq and Phil left that first time, most people thought that Kobe would not win another championship.
Right.
And the years went
I
on,
remember
Won two
that.
more
and,
though.
and we saw what happened. You know, now you look back in that '04 and even '08. So what? It's a long career. You're gonna have some moments. Like I said, the only Jordan is perfect. It's only one Michael Jordan. That's what makes Michael Jordan Michael Jordan. So it happens. But Mitch, I know what you want because Giannis was saying that basically there's no such thing as a failure in sports. It's all steps to success. What did you have to say about that?
Now listen, okay. So I understand what Giannis is trying to say, and I feel like two things can be true, right? So, are there steps? Are there steps to success? There are, because I mean, it probably, going back to Kobe, I mean, it probably took a loss like that in order for '09 and '10 to happen. It took a loss like that, right? It took him shooting those air balls against Utah for him to become the Mamba, right? So there are definitely steps to success, um, but the steps to success are learning from your failures. And the Bucks failed. They were the number one seed. Now again, asterisks. Giannis, he didn't play for what, 2.5 games, but end of the day, the Bucks failed. They were the number one seed. They should have at least gotten out of the first round at the bare minimum. You're the number one seed. So I'm also coming from a perspective of being a Laker fan where Kobe got us used to the mentality of it's either championship or bust. Anything else, it's a failure. And I think Giannis needs to come to terms with it's okay to fail. It's just how you come back. And I love Giannis, so I know he's gonna be able to come back. This year, he failed. Next year, he'll be better. I believe that.
I'm gonna bring a counter argument to this.
I bet you are.
Yeah, you bet.
You love mediocrity, so
I'm gonna disagree because
of course
you gotta remember. Well, you can count if you want, you can if you don't. But reality is the standard Kobe set. That's the Lakers standard. That is the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee was dead until Giannis got there. And Giannis, if you look at his trajectory of his career, Giannis has basically overachieved. He was literally a project coming out the draft. He had no handles. He really had no game. But his work ethic propelled him to be the MVP of who he is and to get a championship. That franchise wasn't supposed to get a championship as it did with Giannis, but because of his work ethic, he put him there. If you look at their season this year, even though they were number one seed, had decent record, they really had no continuity this year. Giannis was in and out like at least 2 or 3 times this year. Middleton was barely in the lineup, and everybody had to step up and do more, including Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez. Both between those two, that basically propelled them to the number one seed until Giannis got back. Whenever he was back, then you lose Giannis for 3 games, as we mentioned, and when you stay out of 3 games, you're basically rusty. So the 10 for 25 on the free throw line basically explains that. And like I said, you go back to no kind of unity once you in and out of line, but particular playoff series, you're not gonna win many playoff series and your best player can't stay in the lineup. Look at the Clippers.
Drew Holiday played 67 games. Giannis played 63 games.
I mean, I didn't know Drew. I didn't see Drew miss games, but like I said, no continuity.
That's because you don't
didn't play hardly at all.
You don't watch the Bucks.
I do watch the Bucks when they come on occasion. But like I said, Middleton's been out.
Lying? I don't understand.
Huh?
Why you be lying so much?
What you mean? Why I don't be lying?
When's the last time you sat down and said, "Come on, Dice, let's watch a Bucks game"?
I mean, they'll be on TV like that, so.
Bucks do be on TV.
Huh? They don't.
Got Giannis. One of the best teams in the league.
I don't look at them like that, but whatever. That's how you want to do.
You don't look at the Bucks as one of the best teams in the league?
No, I don't.
They were literally the best team in the league this year. Like, come on, man.
Like I said, they had the best record based on their talent, but
So
they
they were the
had no
best team.
continuity throughout the season.
They were
So
the
the-
best
so
team
the-
in the regular
Out
season.
throughout the
All
season.
right, okay. So who are the best teams in the league this year?
Gosh, don't do
Even
it.
though we don't like them on the
Don't do
station,
it.
Boston played
So
good
why?
throughout the season.
So what about? But Milwaukee won. I think Milwaukee was the number one seed. I think so. They won more games. They won like one more game than Boston.
They
So
won
how
a
is
lot more games than Boston.
so?
They were the 1 seed by like 3 or 4 games.
I mean, Boston had moments where they get trigger happy and they get a little inconsistent. But
That's
like I said, in
You know
terms
what the
of
difference between a good and
continuity
a
and
great player
staying
is?
in the lineup, they had no Middleton most of the season.
Now that's finally true.
I've been saying that.
He played 33
Giannis
games.
was out 2 or 3 times at least this season, and he was out 2-3 games in the playoffs this year. So between those two, like even though Drew and Brooke carried the load, and then you got good support from Clinton Portis or Portis.
How you?
He said
How
Clinton
you figure
Portis.
Drew Holiday?
Portis.
Hey,
How you
Mitch,
figure Drew
Mitch.
Holiday carried the load? He played 4 more games than Giannis.
When he was in, he stepped up his offensive level. Drew ain't trying to score like that. Why
Shane
you knocking Drew Holiday? Ain't you a UCLA fan?
and Shane.
You be hating on Drew Holiday like a motherfucker.
Hold on a second.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that you think that Drew Holiday was more important to the Bucks this season than Giannis.
This year he was.
He only played 4 more games than him, Shane.
It
Come
don't
on,
it
man.
don't matter. It's just Giannis is out. Somebody got to step up on offense.
He played
Especially
4
with no
more
Middleton.
games. He played 4 more games than Giannis.
Well, finally,
Giannis
don't you
was-
understand?
Anyway, my point is, in terms of Giannis,
Hold on a second.
in terms of Giannis, I would, if this was the Lakers, I would say it's the Bucks because we all about championships. But because it's the Bucks, and then his explanation, 2 things could be right, and like you said. But in terms of the Bucks situation, everything else right now they're playing with house money. They're not supposed to be where they at.
According to Giannis's talent level, they are well, not right. They're not exactly where they're supposed to be right now because they're sitting at home. But they're 2 contenders in the East.
Every year.
I mean,
Every
they're a contender, but it's by default. The East ain't that good.
East is better than the West now.
No, it's not. You tripping?
But he don't think Milwaukee that good.
I don't like how they set up. No,
All right.
Now you don't like how they set up?
I just want to say one
I
thing.
never liked how their team
Oh,
structured.
it's because they play defense. That's why. Gotcha.
No, all they do is shoot threes. And Giannis will
Play
shoot
defense,
threes.
right? Gotcha.
That's
No,
what everybody
Giannis will
does,
shoot
Jay.
threes.
Hey, Shane. So
The only person
now,
that really the only 3 people play defense, and that's their core 3. Everybody else,
Shane, what's Portis' first name?
Bobby.
You said
He
Clinton
definitely
earlier.
called
It's
him
by
Clinton
accident,
Portis.
man.
He definitely called him Clinton Portis.
I'm sorry.
I said, excuse me, Portis is an accident. Shut up.
All right. Listen, I don't think there's so much going on in the NBA. We ain't got enough time to talk about the Clippers.
Good riddance to the Clippers. Sorry.
We ain't got enough time to talk about that. We don't have enough
Fuck
time
the
to talk.
Clippers.
We don't have enough time to talk about this Heat Knicks series, which is going to be a throwback to the '90s. Just 2 rugged teams, tough teams. Remember back when there used to be Riley's Heat when he left for the Knicks to the Heat, and then Van Gundy's Knicks, and Van Gundy was his assistant.
Miami.
The rivalry is renewed.
I'm not betting against Jimmy again, man. I got Miami. Who y'all got?
He's definitely. I mean, I feel like
I got the Knicks.
For the Knicks to beat that Cavs team like they beat them.
You just gonna bet against Julius, huh?
For the Knicks to beat that
I'm gonna
Cavs
bet on
team.
Jimmy.
For the Knicks to beat that Cavs team like they beat
Knicks
them.
in 7.
When Julius was not doing anything in that series, and they still beat him in 5. It was crazy.
True. Yeah.
So they might have.
Well, you got Brunson. We can't forget about Brunson.
Hey,
He's great. I want to say
he's real.
and I said this on
R.J.
social.
Barrett played ball.
I said this on
Josh
social
Hart
media.
dropped 19 and
Hey,
7 one
Shane,
game. So
I said this on social media. Shout out to Jay Wright and that Villanova team from 2016 to 2018 that produced Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart. All
Mm,
winning, all really good or good NBA players,
very,
winning
definitely.
players. Yeah, man, they won 2 out of 3 titles and produced 4 meaningful NBA players.
and
So
Josh Hart was the leading scorer on those teams.
right on the first one. It's the- But so we ain't got enough time to get to NFL. But shout out to Lamar Jackson and what he did,
Big
and then
And
trust.
representing himself too.
right, and then in the draft, shout out to all the young men who had their dreams come true tonight, and all
We
the
can't even
ones
talk about we can't even talk about Jalen Carter getting drafted,
he went to the Eagles. How you let the Eagles get Jalen Carter?
right?
I don't know who that
Uh,
is, but okay.
and then Mitch's
Basically, he was a top prospect in the draft, but he fell because he got into an accident that resulted in the deaths of 2 people. They were
oh,
basically they were racing, and he was at the scene. So he got 1 year of probation and community service.
Yeah, that'll do it.
and then
Yeah,
also
yeah.
uh, rest in we don't have enough, bro.
Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace to Jerry Springer.
Rest in peace, Jerry
Yeah.
Springer. Jerry.
Jerry. Let's just do it.
Jerry.
Jerry. Shane too. You too, Shane.
Jerry. Come on.
Shane.
I said
Jerry.
No, we'll
Jerry.
do it. We're gonna all do it at the
You
same
gotta do
time.
the thing.
Come on. Jerry.
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 Nailed it.
We love you, brother, because you provided entertainment for all of us as kids.
Ooh,
Uh,
another
Not always good entertainment, but entertainment.
but it was entertainment, brother. It
definitely
was
entertainment. Oh man, loved it. Shout out
Ratchet
to
before we said ratchet.
what's homegirl's name that lied on Emmett Till? She died too, so shout out to her.
Yeah. Died of cancer.
Good riddance. Lying ass.
Although she got off easy, if you ask me.
What's that word, Shane? Lying ass. What's that? What's your favorite word?
Say it, Shane.
We ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do this.
Man, come on, man. What is your favorite word? Do it.
No, we ain't gonna
Do it for Emmett Till. Come on, man.
We ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do this.
Man, come on, man. You're not gonna do it for Emmett Till. You're not gonna do it?
You can do it.
All right, hold on. I got this.
Oh,
No, man. Rest in peace to Emmett Till and rest in peace to everybody. Rest in peace to everybody who
Yeah.
passed on. Mitch,
So
you got
whatever her name is again.
Thank you all very much.
That part.
and Mitch, you got something you want to say to an old friend of ours?
I first of all want to give a big send off to homegirl one more time that lied on Emmett Till, got him brutally beaten and murdered.
What you bitch?
In the words of Shane Murray.
What you bitch?
But also, yes, I mean, once again, Shane Murray has sidetracked us with his miscellaneous nonsense,
Whatever.
his incoherent defense of. First of all, he was defending Trae Young being the most overrated player in the league. That sidetracked us in the beginning of the show to even start the show.
Okay, that's
Then he's
hater
defending Troy Brown, and then as usual, he's interrupting as I'm trying to say, Herbert, I'm sorry, but once again, we ran out of time. My apologies.
Sorry, Herbert. All right, so before we get out of here, just a few reminders. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button next to the Complete Lakers podcast. If you prefer the audio version, remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts. The show is also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and every other major podcatcher. Make sure to follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at TC Pod Network and to like it on Facebook. Just search for the Complete Lakers Podcast. And finally, send feedback and mailbag questions to Complete Lakers Podcast at gmail.com. We are out.